Sherry's Berries for sponsoring us. Thanks for Movement for sponsoring us this episode. Casper Mattress, you sponsored us this episode. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Maserati.
MeUndies in there. MeUndies.
MeUndies.
Blue apron.
They deliver food in your underwear directly to you.
That's a whole other thing. It's not a service everybody wants, but some people.
It's out there.
You want to kick this
So
off?
this is like, I don't know, this is episode 62 or 63. I think it's 63, I don't give a shit. Someone says
62. If only there was a bunch of people here that know.
Yeah. Literally, it's like, they're all Jeremys, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're still fans.
They're super nerds.
Wait, where the fuck is it?
Thanks. Well,
I didn't even notice. I realize you're close friends with him.
Okay, security? I'm about to blow your mind.
What?
Surprised than Jeremy.
Hey Gavin, I wanna do a thing with you. This is a 90-minute podcast, right?
Yeah.
By the end of this podcast, I want you to have either eaten all this ice or drank all these beers.
Alright, get started.
Yeah. So
I think some of that cider.
So you need to drink one every 10 minutes.
That's all doable.
Alright, sure.
So, shitty podcast, right?
Yeah. How long have you been wearing that around, Jeremy?
Oh, God. Well, I got down into the queue. If anyone was talking to me, I had a shit Australian accent. Like, oh, what?
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
Yeah, stay alive.
What's holding you down? Sure, yeah.
Don't worry.
Alright.
You gotta roll it. You can't got that shit. You gotta throw it. You don't have to throw it back. You just gotta throw it.
What's that you got?
That's why you wear the fucking helmet.
Everything else really trying to kill us.
It's a really funny, it's a funny moment.
Take it easy there, Mickey.
It's like Magnono.
Also, when he gets the whole thing on, he's got a little bit of a shredder vibe going on as well.
Yeah, but it's not for me, Tim. I've been doing this since 3. Well, I probably put it on before that, but I got down here probably 3:15-ish, maybe, and my PA is just wearing a t-shirt over like her guardian, instead of her guardian thing, so she can just fuck my friend. I talked to several guardians and complained to them about the line.
Wait, for the last hour and a half while we were all working, you were just standing around in the line?
Working? What are you doing?
Panels.
Oh,
It's a
right.
you can play with the boomerang. Boomerang in the green room.
Yeah.
So how many people took photos with him in this costume? Because you're like, that's a cool costume.
There's a lot of people who
How about that?
figure it out, like,
There are?
oh yeah, a lot of people started figuring it out. And either I would look at them and do this, or I'd go up to them, and
Because
they would
that's
like,
not creepy.
they would take a
That means I'm
picture-
gonna kill you.
They would take a picture with me, and I'd be like, shut your fucking mouth.
I just thought there was a lot of guardians somewhere like, man, that Remy Tim guy's a dick.
I'd love it if you've gotten thrown out of your own fucking
I
house.
was like, how are we even getting in? Because that's like where I was standing. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, fucking. It's just an asshole.
Was that your Boston accent or was that your
Yes,
Australian
yes.
accent?
People
Okay.
kept being like, the new.
Jeremy's Australian. Yeah, Boston.
When they knew it was me, like my accent, they go, You just sound like you're from Jersey. That's right.
Have you been practicing at all? We said
Yeah.
you should practice before you started.
No, I was gonna sit down with Landon at a bar and have him teach me, and then I remembered I don't like Landon.
That's way better than the most we could offer, which comes from Summer Heights High.
So what you're saying is if an Australian like Landon and a Boston person like Jeremy fucked and made a baby, it would be Michael.
Thanks for fucking, Jeremy.
No problem.
So we had that stupid boomerang thing for most of the day. It was in like the green room earlier, and everyone has been trying to throw it pretty unsuccessfully. There's been a few going on. My favorite moment was Jack threw it. He whipped it across the room, and he hit like the bartender.
Yeah.
She was walking by, and he hit her. He's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Oh, it's okay, no." And Jack's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She picked it up and threw it and hit Ryan.
Jeff threw it, hit Kojima.
Yeah.
He threw it into his
You don't know that I hit him,
Yeah.
but
It went into his
we were
area.
within the green room for
the real famous person.
Yeah.
and we threw it into the I threw it within the green room.
And Jeff,
Nobody was brave enough to go get it.
Jeff wouldn't get it. Jeff just like,
didn't want to go get his ball.
Jeff just like, "Well, that's a big dog, we can't go get it." Ball's gone, game's over.
So we're still working on it, still trying to figure this out. So we tilt away, you gotta whip.
Jack and I are left-handed, so we do it differently.
See if I can do this. All right, here we go.
Hey, come up!
Is there anyone in here who knows how to throw those things?
Did they teach you guys that in school, right?
Yeah.
That's like a year of physical education.
The rule is you gotta throw it and not move. Yeah, if it comes back to you.
Wait, am
I got it.
Apparently last year, Funhouse threw a real boomerang in his pants. Yeah.
Where was that a good idea?
Well,
That's really the
man, what, Funhouse? So it's gonna work its way back slowly.
Audio listeners, we're throwing a foam boomerang.
It's getting further back.
It's the equivalent of a giant beach ball and an
Right.
Aerosmith.
Trying to throw it forward and it's just throwing it
That's how boomerangs work.
Perfect for getting back to us.
That was a good team bonding exercise.
Alright, remember to use the hashtag Offtopic
Hashtag what?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye. If you guys
Oh,
have questions, you
dude,
can-
that reminds me. We did that Power Rangers Let's Play the other day.
yeah.
Stupid ass one.
Angel Groove.
Yeah, Angel Groove. And the best part is I was watching it.
Forever
Ryan totally says Grove, and even the editor puts "Get fucked, Jack." In the... No, it's Grove. I listened to it.
It probably is right.
This is the, it just came out. It's like a beat 'em up.
Yeah,
Just beat him up.
I'm not there.
Don't call
You
him.
were in a meeting, so I mean, yeah.
No, you said you wouldn't be there for
Nah, I fucking hate the Power Rangers.
What?
It was really funny, Brian.
What are you gonna do about it? You're so fucking tough. I'm fighting the Power Rangers.
What, the first person?
Longer than you, dickhead.
They made you honorary Zordon, how dare you?
That's true. I don't know if you saw that. Someone asked that you be Zordon,
Yeah.
and someone photoshopped your head in the giant tube.
Is that a good thing?
Break me 5 alcoholic teams.
Is Zordon the guy that like
He gives him more powers.
Okay.
He's
Bryan
bitches.
Cranston.
Yeah.
Is he like actually in there, or is it like Skype? Like he's actually someone else?
It's just
He
a
is.
fucking face, but then in the movie it's a
Yes.
guy inside it.
So the guy is his face stuck
I
in
guess,
his
and
jaw.
he also he looks exactly like fucking Darth Vader under the helmet.
Yeah,
just some bald.
He's like dying in the chair.
yeah, he's like, boom, my
Ooze is
fucking-"
like, you old fuck.
Yeah.
Kills him.
Jordan's like, boom, my tube,
Spoiler.
I'm dead. Spoiler: the movie did come out in 1995.
Right.
Michael, we should also point out today, we met during our signing, we met the swear jar guy.
Oh yeah.
He's here right now,
We
and
signed-
hopefully he's keeping track right now. He's tallying it off as it goes.
dollars.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys
that's legal currency. Yeah.
I signed dollars. Was I signing the swear jar dollars?
If a guy has
I'm
to sign
assuming
a
he's
dollar.
here. Are you here, swear jar guy?
Yeah.
Hey!
This guy also is the best, like, awesome fucking fan. Like, the amount of dedication that goes into keeping track of this is insanity. I can't even think of
It's
like.
tantamount to not having a life.
Right, exactly. You think it'd be like, you know, oh, I keep the swear jar, whatever, and he's like, yeah, it's me. Hey, nice to meet you.
I'm the guy.
I'll be the podcast.
You could really blow his mind and just all start cursing simultaneously and say, I don't even
Yes.
Then he just won't do it.
Yeah. Throw up his hands in disgust.
Ryan's not gonna fuck with the system.
It's nature. So Jeff, you had a fun trip here, right?
You know, fucking Gus like told my story on the founders panel.
What a turd!
I was like, no, I'm saving that for off topic. That's off topic story. He goes, fuck you, and then he told my story.
Fuck you!
And I had, was
Took your
anybody
story?
in the yeah?
Well, now you can tell the right story.
Yeah, there was like 20 people.
I took over.
All right, so
Clear it up.
So Jeff, that's a really lovely outfit you're wearing right there. Looks fresh. It does look fresh.
I got it from the store, the Australian clothing store.
Australian clothing store.
Very popular line.
Sydney shirts store.
Well, why'd you have to buy it from there though, Jeff?
Okay, so when you fly from America to Australia,
Get on a plane.
get on a plane. More often than not, if you're from Austin, you don't fly directly from Austin to Australia.
Or
You have to, or anywhere.
It's over this way.
Unless it's Dallas. What are you doing?
Oh my God, yeah, this is a launching corkscrew.
I was gonna throw it full speed.
And so I flew from Austin to Los Angeles to Sydney. And I don't, as a habit, raise your hand up here if you check bags. Not you, I said up here. Simon says you're all stupid.
Aired up in.
Well, that's what you guys do, right? You punch kangaroos and drink. We don't check bags because you stand around like an asshole with your thumb up your ass for 30 minutes after you get off your plane.
Correct.
Is that my? No. Is that no? Is that no? My bag looks like everybody else's. No. So I don't check bags. So I took my backpack, which I put my laptop and some books in, and then a toothbrush and deodorant and whatnot. And then I had a little hard case suitcase where I put my clothes in, and I put that in the overhead compartment. And really?
So what happened? Watch Ryan cut it.
Animals.
Don't let me interrupt you. You keep
I'm fucking fascinated. So I get off the plane. I got like an hour layover. So I'm with Clarissa and Adam Baird. We go to the Admirals Club and the lovely Griffin Ramsey and also Young Mills. And we go to the Admirals Club and we're drinking.
Stop looking at what's going on.
So you've abandoned it completely now, and he just opened it with his hand.
Do it.
Hey, motherfucker! I don't have that many clothes left.
Why not?
Yeah, Jeff,
So,
why don't you have clothes left?
So I had a lovely time in Admirals Club. And they were like, oh shit, we gotta get on the plane. So we go get on the plane, and I'm standing in line to get on the plane. And right as I'm about to give the lady my ticket, I go, oh shit, where's my bag? And I realized in my suitcase that I left it in the overhead compartment. I just walked off the plane. Nice. Griffin and I go, I think I'll be right back. I don't have the suitcase anymore. And so I ran to customer service, which happened to be right next to the other gate, and I told the lady, and she looked at me like I was the dumbest of dumb.
You're like, hey, mine's the one that has my name on it and a tag that's easily accessible, right?
No, so I don't, mine's not labeled. I don't actually have
So
my
when
name
they
on
find it, they'll have your name. That, like,
No, well,
inside,
I can
from
describe
inside.
it. It's a very unique looking suitcase. It's very cool.
A lot of cool clothes
It's like
inside.
wood paneled. It's awesome.
It was.
And she goes, well, let me go on the plane and get it for you. And I was like, wow, that's lovely. But she did it in a very like, you're an idiot way. She's like, I'll do the work for you because you're too stupid to maintain positive control
It's not well deserved.
of your own shit. And so she goes out there, and the whole time, like, the flight is boarded, right? And she takes a while, and she comes out, and she goes, yeah, it's not there. And I go, oh, is it in Lost and Found? And then she goes, I asked. And they said, no, nobody saw that suitcase, nobody took it off the plane, it doesn't exist. And I said,
Sure, it's not Austin.
and I was like, yeah, no, I remember putting it on. I was sober getting on. And I go, well, what does that mean? And she goes, it means somebody else took your bag. And I go, like a passenger? And she goes, I don't know, but nobody reported it missing, and nobody turned it in, and we haven't seen it. And I go, should I fill out a claim then? And she goes, if you want. I'm not gonna get this back, am I? And she's like, sir, no.
It's gone.
So I ran. I was the last person to get on the flight to Australia, and I had And then there was a whole kerfuffle about business class. So
Yeah, go on.
Wait,
Gavin.
there's more?
Gavin.
Oh, there's more.
Gavin and
I know
Al.
this part.
Gavin and I were in fucking business class. I requested an upgrade, and they told me the flight was full and that there were no upgrades to business class. And there were 9 open seats on the entire plane, and I had to sit 4 rows back and look at the back of Gavin's dumb head for 15 fucking hours while he had 9 seats to
It
himself.
was quite interesting because he came onto the plane red, and when he realized that there was business class seats free, he somehow went redder than the color red. Never been seen before by man.
Which is also great, because the week before he was bragging about how he was flying business class and we all suck and we're dumb and he's flying American.
How he never checks bags.
Yeah.
And then I sat down, and Millie looks at me and she goes, "Somebody's farting a lot next to us." Which is it's true, right, honey? Yeah. And so I just sat there without a suitcase, looking at Gavin while getting farted on for 15 hours. So when I got to Australia, I had to go shopping because I had 0 clothes.
You're gonna go home and your bag is just gonna be like in your kitchen cabinet.
That's where I keep it. It's kitchen cabinet. Jesus Christ, you're dumber than I am.
I brought my luggage with me. So.
Is it?
I'm wearing a tiny shirt tomorrow.
I've always had this Team Nice Dynamite shirt. In a child's large.
So,
Michael had all the shittiness, but all the luck.
I stole all of your karma.
Yes.
I heard about it. I heard your fucking story.
It was a fucking harrowing tale of incompetence, similar to yours.
I think yours is worse, actually.
So I flew. So you went from Austin to LA, right? And then LA to here. I was going to Dallas. So, first of all, we're fucking late leaving the house. We're packing late.
Why are you late?
Just because I suck. And we all.
Those shouldn't have gone together.
I wish. We came in and recorded the podcast the morning we left.
That works multiple ways.
Yeah.
Right. I guess we're pregnant.
It'd be really be odd if she was late at 19
Where's my
weeks.
period?
So it's been gone for a while.
If anyone sees
So we recorded the podcast Tuesday morning because I fucking forgot basically that we didn't have one. So last year we just started Off Topic and we did it here in Australia and it had to be under episode 10. It was like 8 or 9 or something. So in my head I'm just like, oh, we'll just do that again and then we don't have to tape one while we're there. So I'm thinking this the whole way leading up to Australia. Broadcast doesn't say anything to me. Nobody says anything. Fucking Monday, the day before we're leaving. Somebody comes up to me from broadcast and they're like,
What were we doing?
so
We're filming something.
we were
Here's
doing
an Netflix?
No, we were doing relationship.
Relationship goals. Okay.
Yeah. So broadcast comes up to me and they're like, so we don't have an episode for this week. We're off topic. And I'm like, well, I mean, we're gonna go to Australia. What do you mean? We're doing it there. And they're like, well, yeah, but it's gonna come out late and this and that. And I'm like, well, I mean, if it comes out, if it doesn't come out on Friday, like whatever, it comes out on Saturday. It's not a big deal. What'd you do last year? And he was like, well, last year, you guys pre-recorded an episode, we put that out, then you recorded one in Sydney, then we got the footage on like Wednesday, then it was the next week's episode. So we don't have one for this week. And I was like, yeah, you're right. That's totally true. And we had plowed through everything we needed to do on Monday. We were ahead of schedule, and we're like, we don't have to fucking come in on Tuesday. We can just fly out, and that's it. And then I was like, oh yeah, hey, can we record the podcast tomorrow? So we shot it at 10:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Before we got on the plane.
Before we got on the plane, just left. So I hadn't packed anything, I hadn't done shit. So we did the podcast, we left, we got home. It took me longer than that amount of time to get all my shit together. So we're running out of the house, but we're like, not that far from the airport, we're doing okay on time. As soon as we leave the house, Lindsay's like, I need to get gas. We're running low on gas. Fine. So we go to the gas station. The fucking pump doesn't work. And instead of just saying fuck it and hopping back in, she decides to like fiddle with it. I'm in the car, losing my shit. And she's like, and she's like,
Gunk a different vein in your
yeah,
head.
yeah. I'm like, let's go somewhere else, let's just go somewhere else. And she walks into the fucking convenience store. I'm like, no! Whatever! So then she goes and gets the guy comes out, he finally fucking gets it. Okay, we're on our way. So our flight boards, I think it was like 5:25. We get to the airport, we park the car, we walk into the airport at like 5:10, 5:15. We're hauling ass through it. I printed all our tickets. That was a fucking fiasco because it's like usually I just put my freaking flyer number in. And
You don't have your thing on your ticket on your phone?
No, I just freaking flyer number because I have it memorized. It just comes right out.
You checked your bag.
And you just like scan it.
Didn't check my bag. No, because that fucking doesn't work half the time.
Yeah, you
Half
can
the
put
assholes with their phones.
International doesn't work that way.
It does for me. I did.
Fuck you.
Too bad nothing else works. Also, I don't do that because every asshole I'm behind in line is like trying to do this with their phone and scanning it, and they're like,
Into the ice.
oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Things are popping up, text messages. Over
Yeah, or like so many times their phone will be on, they go like that, and the fucking screen turns off. It's like just use a fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get our shit. We get through security. We're like right on time. I have both my bags get stopped. I have one suitcase and I have a backpack. So my backpack got stopped for whatever. There's like a bunch of cables in it or some shit. I don't know. My suitcase got stopped. I assumed what they opened it for was I had packed 2 different protein powders in my bag, but the jars I have are like this big.
Crack.
Yeah. So I opened a Tupperware and it's like poured in powder, and then I opened another one and poured in another bunch of powder, and had them both wrapped in plastic bags.
Did you label it not cocaine?
Strawberry coke. So I assume that's why they pulled the bag. So he's like, both these things, you know, gotta get checked. I'm like, all right. He's like, grab your shit. So I have one bin with all my shit, like my shoes, my belt, my keys, and then the other bin with the laptop, because you have to have it separate in its own bin. So he's like, bring your shit over here and I'll check your bag. So I bring it over, and he starts going through my backpack. And as he's doing it, I start putting everything back in my pocket and putting my belt on, all that shit. He gets finished with the backpack, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get your suitcase, just wait here. I'm like, okay, I take my backpack, get all my shit together. He comes back with the suitcase, goes through that, literally, like, doesn't even open the powder to look at it. He did the thing where he's got, like, the stick and, like, the white ball on it for, like, the bomb chemicals or whatever. Puts that in, gets through, it's like, no, you're good to go. I'm like, okay, great. I take the bins and I put them back on the stack because I'm not an animal, and I always put it back in the tray.
Yeah, you're a decent human being.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get my backpack, we get back, and we walk up to the gate. They're literally boarding. Like as we get to the gate, they call.
What gate?
14.
14.
We're
Okay.
gate 14, and we came in like right near 11. So it's like two minutes, less than that, a minute away. So we walk up, we see like Ryan and Barbara. They're like, oh, when did you get here? I'm like, 1 second ago. And we walk on the plane. It was literally like we said hi, we walked on the plane, we sat down in our seat. And we're sitting there for a couple of minutes, and people are boarding. And I'm like, man, it was close, but it wasn't crazy. We still got on the board. It was awesome, blah, blah, blah. I'm playing with my phone for like 5 minutes while people are boarding. And then out of nowhere, I don't know why it struck me. I was just like, I put my laptop in my backpack, right? Check my backpack. Nope. I was like, motherfucker. It was, I left it in the bin and put the other bin on top of it. And since it's like half a centimeter thick, and I just put it back in the tray. And Ryan was behind me, and he just happened to be sitting behind me, and I just go, I love my laptop, I love my laptop, I love my laptop, and I started like freaking out, like telling
He's
him
locked up. I mean, it was just that statement over and over.
Yeah.
I got to that gate a little later than you did because I was just in the Admiral Club. Came down, and I walked on, and you're like right up front, like when you walk on the plane. And literally, as I walk on, Lindsay's standing up, getting ready to go. Michael's going like, I don't know what's happening. So I walk by, and Ryan's behind me, like calm as can be, and he just goes, Michael's having some kind of breakdown.
So I like Lindsay and I like forced our way to the front of the plane while people were still boarding. Thank God we were in like row 9 and not 20, because like we get to the front pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you know, we're talking to the flight attendants, and like, you know, I left my laptop. I know I left it in security. Is there any way we can get it? And at first they were like, okay, we'll see if someone can just find it and bring it over. And then within a minute they're like, no, you gotta go get it. And first they tell me you have to take all your shit with you. You have to take your any bags and belongings you have to take with you. But then
I would have lied and been like, I didn't bring anything. Just
yeah,
the
well
laptop.
then, you know, I didn't bring my laptop. But then they were like, oh, is this your wife? Then you can leave your shit with her, because she'll take your crap if we leave without you. So I'm like, okay. So
I do every day.
Yeah. I run through the terminal, and as soon as I get out of the gate, the guy takes my ticket, and he's like, I'm gonna hold this. The plane is leaving in like, whatever, he's like, these doors close in 13 minutes, and we are leaving without you if you're not here. So I haul ass over to security, and I'm just like, talking to the TSA agents as soon as I get there. I was like, I was just here, I was in security, and I put my laptop in, and I did this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like freaking out while I'm doing it. And the guy's like, I'm gonna check the bins right there. And as I look, like when I put it in the bin, it was like 10 tall, and now there's like 2 of them. And I'm like, yeah, it's not in there, because I know it's not in there. It's a totally different pile. And he's like, I just look through it. So like just to appease him, I'm like, look, it's not in here. And I like pull all the things out, and like, there was like 1 or 2 helpful TSA agents who were like, yeah, well, I'll go see what I can do. And I was like, oh! I have 12 minutes. So like as they're doing shit, I just said, fuck it. And like literally security's there. There's probably like 50, 100 people or whatever. And I just go, excuse me, everyone. I lost my laptop. I was here like 10 minutes ago. It's a silver MacBook. It's got an Apple logo on it. My plane is gonna leave without me in 9 minutes, and I'm going to Australia. If you can help me out, that's great. And like literally half the people there start like looking around. And, like, but then people are like, oh, is that it? I'm like, that's a black Windows laptop. Oh, is that it? Is that it? And everyone's just like pointing at laptops. I'm like, it's not on the belt. And so then another guy's like, oh, maybe it's on the other side of security. You should check over there. I'm like, I can't check over there. And the TSA agent's like, oh, you can't. If you go out, you can't come back in. You can't leave that wall. So I'm just like, oh! And I just full sprinted there. My mouth is completely dry. Like I literally, it was the driest my mouth has ever been in my life. I almost couldn't make words, and like my hands were fucking shaking. And I was like, because I knew I had to get on the plane. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have to leave it. But then like, I don't even have time to like file a report that it's missing. Like I just have to tell the people on the plane and hope that like the pilot's like taking off. And also, if you see a laptop, it's missing it, so that'd be great. So I'm like, and then I hear one of the agents, he's like, oh sir, it's something. Like I'm like, I thought he was just pointing out another laptop. Like, oh, over here. And I'm like, oh, what? And he's like, oh yeah, it's coming up. I'm like, you found it? What? And he's like, yeah, we got it, it's coming up. And like baby Jesus, I see from the other side of security, literally, it was like fucking Spider-Man when in Spider-Man 2 when he passes out on the train and everyone passes him. Check that it's mine, even if it wasn't, I was gonna take it in. I'm like, thank you. I fucking put it under my arm, and I go, and I full fucking T-1000 sprint. Thank you. To the airport, I get back to the gate, and the guy is literally like, huh, you made it. I fucking ass back to the seat, and I was the last person on the plane. I sat back down, and I was like, oh.
I did not have that experience.
It was unbelievable. That entire flight, because Dallas, like, ground to ground, like sitting on the plane, taking off and landing is like 55 minutes from Austin to Dallas.
Yeah.
So fucking short. The entire flight, I was just staring at the floor and I'm like, I can't believe I found it. I can't believe it.
At least you didn't go, my wallet.
I didn't even say that. So then, we get to Dallas, we're all good. There's this myriad of fuck-ups. We get to the gate, getting on to the flight to Sydney. I'm like, here we go. Give the guy the fucking ticket, and he goes, eh. And I've never heard that before when getting on a plane. And he goes, do you apply for the Australian travel visa? And I was like, no. I know, but I told you to. I know, but
3 emails.
But here's the thing. So I went on to the Qantas to like do it, and it tells you what you need to do. Like when you go to your reference number, it's like, we need this information from you. You have to fill out the travel visa. We need your passport shit. So I was like there's like banners at the top of the page. Like, you need to do this before you fly. So I was like, all right, first I'll put my passport shit in, get that out of the way, then I'll do the travel visa. I put in all our passport shit. The travel visa banner disappeared. It just went away. It was like, oh yeah, it's not there anymore. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't need it, because last year, the last time Lindsay and I came to Australia in November, we didn't fill one out, and we got right in fine. And I think it was because we were here in January, and it was like good for at least the year.
Last year.
It's good for exactly a
Yeah,
year.
so I was like, I don't know, maybe it's still good or some shit, because the banner went away. Like, it's just not there. So the guy's like, yeah, Lindsay goes, she doesn't get in either. So he's like, yeah, just wait inside here for a little bit. And I was like, God fucking damn it. The guy comes out and he's like, yeah, so you have to apply for this visa, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I know, I've been there 3 times already. The banner went away, man. I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, normally there's a fee, you gotta do this. I'll just do it for you right now and waive the fee. And I'm like, oh, awesome. So then we're just sitting there on the other side of the gate, like waiting for him to do it. He eventually logs us in, does it all for us, gives us our passport and ticket, and he's like, you're good to go. I'm like, oh, thank God. All right, now we're finally good. We walk onto the plane, and so I have the passport and our tickets. So I put my passport away, and I put Lindsay's passport away, and she gives me her ticket, and I go, oh, you need your ticket? And she's like, I don't need it anymore. So as we walk to get onto the plane, it's the last time you have to show them your ticket, like for an international flight. And then the guy's like, no ma'am, I need to see your ticket. So she's like, oh, that's fine. So I put my backpack down, I unzip it, and I pull it out of the pocket that our passports are in as well. And I give her her ticket. I'm like, okay, we get on the plane. We're flying for hours and hours and hours. We're like 8 hours, 10 hours into the Australian flight, and she's sleeping. And you have to fill out those entry cards, you know, to get into the country. So we always do it the last second, and I complain about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking fill it out now. I'll do Lindsay's for her, like just so she doesn't have to fill it all out. So I fill out all the information except for our passport numbers because I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So after I do everything, I reach down to get my bag, which is under the seat. I have like an Astro bag, backpack, and I pull it out, and just like, without looking, I unzip the thing, and I'm feeling around for it, and I'm like, where are the passports? Where the fuck are the passports? Where the fuck are the... I'm like, I rip the bag out, and I'm like, and I'm like going through, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This trip won't end. This trip won't end. I'm gonna land in Australia, I'm not gonna have my passports. And now I'm like, oh my god, they must have fallen out when I took Lindsay's ticket out. They had to be like right outside the plane or something. I don't know where they are. They're not gonna let us in Australia. What the fuck are we gonna do? I can't fucking believe it. And then I see a little fucking kazooie thing on the bag, and I'm like, god damn it, this is Lindsay's bag.
So, did you just get your hotel in Australia?
I said, I was like, I want to die. I just want to die.
That guy made it with all his stuff.
I did.
If you would just get TSA pre-check, you wouldn't have to take your laptop
I
out.
should do it.
Yeah.
You really should.
Every time I ever fly ever, which is at least like once a month,
But I can offer
next time I'll do it.
2 pieces of advice: get TSA pre-check and never check your bag.
I didn't check anything, and I will return some advice.
Worst
Take your
case
fucking bag
scenario.
out of the overhead. How the fuck, when you see everyone on the plane taking their bags out and leaving, do you not think, I should do that too?
2, first off, I don't give a shit or look at anybody else.
You physically have to look in front of you.
And
we
2,
know you
he
weren't in
just
first
closes
class,
his
so there's
eyes
people in
until he's
front of
on
you.
the
And 2, Michael, I told you I got on the plane sober. I didn't say I got off the plane sober.
And also, your wife and daughter
Do
were with
everything
you,
not
and they didn't
sober.
bother telling you at all.
No, I didn't give a shit.
So also, lean all the way back, is that why your tweet was like, I suck and the world knows it?
Universe does it, yeah. Somebody responded to me, he goes, oh fuck, it was the meanest but most accurate response I've ever had. He said, not only are you full of yourself, you think the universe gives a shit about you, but you want us to feel bad for you too. I guess.
Was that Billy's alt account?
It was at God.
There's a guy on Twitter right now, he says, Jeff is dressed like a cult leader.
Here are the punch bowls.
Yeah, 3 punch bowls.
It was nowhere near Michael's like fiasco there, but when we got off the plane in Australia, I was like, you know, with a group of people that you were in, and Jack was there, Jack and Katie and Barbara and all that. So one of the things you have to do is walk up to this like camera that looks at you, and
match your passport.
And it matches your passport. It's like, all right, you can go through. So Michael and Jack go up. It looks at them, you know, and it's like, yeah, you're you. Get over there. And then Lindsay and Barbara go up, and it flags both of them. Like, I don't recognize. You gotta go over to this other line and do this whole thing. So they go over there. I walk up to the camera, and Jack's on the other side, like looking at me, waiting for me.
My favorite part about this is right before that, I'm so stupid. I look at Jeremy and I go, he was wearing his sunglasses on his head. And I'm like, oh, you should take that off your head because it's not going to recognize it. And he's like, oh yeah, cool, takes them off.
And then,
Your mic is
I go,
That's okay, I don't need it!
and then like I go stand in front of the camera, and Jack's on the other side waiting for me. And I look at Jack and just go, 0% chance I'm getting through this. And he takes the picture and goes, who the fuck are you? Like, I looked at my passport, no beard, brown hair.
Jeremy showed me his passport for this 12-year-old boy. I'm like,
I'm like, god damn. So I walk up to the person and I hand it to them. And they look at the passport and they like look back at me. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I don't really look at all like that. And they really go, yeah.
you're not back to America now, right? You're just totally screwed.
Yeah, whatever.
The guy gave me like kind of a snarky thing where he was like, got a different hair color. I'm like, yeah, I'm blonde now. What about it? He's like, well, that's the problem. I'm like, all right. Okay.
we go, and then Jack and I are assholes that check bags. Well, Jack because he's here for a long time, and me because I had the Tim costume. So we're waiting for our check bags, and they're coming around. I'm like, oh, mine's just kind of a black case. Like, I'm not really gonna. There's hundreds of bags. It looks just like them. And I was like, I think it has like green handles maybe, and it comes on the belt, and I go, oh, also I duct taped one of the wheels back. I pulled the bottom and duct tape all around it. Like, that solves the problem.
Well, you got into your bag in the carousel, Jeff.
Yeah,
I was looking for it. You kept an eye out for it.
I was on a different flight than you.
So,
okay.
Did you have
That's why I
anything
wasn't.
besides clothes in there? Like, do you have anything valuable in there? Like
I
shit?
had 7 t-shirts, 6 pairs of underwear, my 6 favorite pairs of socks. You know that I collect socks,
Yeah, you do.
fancy special socks.
You lose any shoes?
I had
Any
some
shoes?
special edition Van socks that are irreplaceable.
Oh, yeah, you talked about those before. That sucks.
I had those are in there.
So you buy them a third time?
They're no longer available.
I could get them back from Marshall.
2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of shorts, and a belt.
Okay.
All gone. That's it. And a really nice, expensive suitcase.
So the biggest hit was what? The socks?
The belt. No, the socks.
Oh, okay.
No, it was really there's like 4 pairs of socks that I just can't replace.
Oh, just can't replace.
It sounds.
I'm not gonna buy socks off eBay.
No, I feel like you have to know Jeff to know how serious he is about those socks.
I care about very few things.
This.
One 11-year-old child and socks.
You're no
To be fair,
joke.
if it was like, hey Jeff, you left your bag or you left your daughter, either way, I think you'd be like, okay.
Sweetie, that's
I'm
probably not
putting
true.
the overhead.
No joke. We got the entire fucking line of Strideline socks that Achievement Hunter sells. We've got like Achievement Hunter, we have Funhouse, we have Screw Attack, we have Rooster Teeth. All of that came from Jeff going on and on about socks in a fucking Let's Play. And then Strideline made him his own socks, and then we were like, oh, maybe we can make more, and we went from there, and blah, 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 blah. So it's like all of that came from Jeff just talking about how much he fucking loves socks.
Can I say, I love
That's why they're in
that
the
you were
store.
telling that story. You're like, it all stemmed from and there's a guy in the front row going, yeah.
Yeah.
You know this? I've never worn a pair of those socks. The Strideline ones they made for us.
We love them, Strideline.
hey,
Please keep sending them.
No, absolutely.
Oh, you mean
But,
the first batch?
like the first batch that they gave us?
With like the demo batch.
The demo batch were like, here's for you for like, because you're such a great guy. I kept those, and they're like in the closet. but I won't wear anything with our logos on it. So I've never worn actual Achievement Hunter or.
That's why the Jeff line is the thing.
You should show those off. Yeah, Ryan's got the ones that never got released. Like the unreleased Strideline.
Let's see it, Ryan. Get that leg up
He'll
there.
get to it.
That's some sexy dad leg right there.
Jeremy, this thing would be fucked.
Those are the legs that cut the front yard grass at 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Who wants to go to band practice?
Just general question for the table too. When you guys are exiting a plane, you let the people in front of you leave the plane first, do you not?
Yeah,
No, you stuff them back in their seats and go.
Yeah, you do, Ryan. I know because you did it to me.
That is. Fucking my 20-week pregnant wife, Ryan's like, fuck out.
It takes me a second to get out of chairs now,
Here's
okay?
what I was doing. I was working ahead to save you time. I got off a plane to go find out what gate we were going to.
That's
Because we had 45 minutes.
I gotta go with Ryan on that one.
Great.
But
It would take me 7 seconds to look at the board that
Yeah.
Ryan looked at.
I saved you that 7
Glad you
seconds.
killed our baby for us.
I didn't touch her.
But the best part
He
too-
used the force.
Can you imagine if someone recognized Ryan on that plane? I think Ryan's behind.
I didn't know it was Ryan, and I just saw someone like brush past me and kind of hit my shoulder. I was like,
I did not touch you at all.
You did, because she literally went, Jesus, Ryan? He was like, pissed, then shocked.
You know what's realized? We've done that thing that the audience loves when we spend an entire podcast talking about travel.
Yeah, right.
all the other people that are gonna watch us are gonna yell at us about
But
it.
they're fine with stories about travel. They just want to hear about fucking frequent flyers.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh shit! I haven't checked my frequent flyer.
there was another great moment that happened when we got off the plane. I think it was in Australia. Got off the flight, and Barbara was like standing against the wall waiting for us, and Michael and Lindsay were there, and I had just walked up, and there was these two fans that had gone up to Barbara. They're like,
I have a pubic hair away from gold.
all right. And, so these two fans go up to Barbara and they're like, you know, oh, can we get a picture? Can we get your signatures and everything? And Michael's literally standing behind them like this. Like just doing that because they hadn't noticed him at all. And they were like the most oblivious fans ever because they never noticed Michael. And Ryan walked between them and Barbara to get to wherever he was going. Like I got off the plane, I was like, who the fuck's Ryan? And they're all together.
Yeah, you had to go push down a pregnant woman.
That's when I was going to the founders panel, and a girl stopped us, and she goes, "Can I get a photo with Gus?"
You had to choose.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like Sophie's Choice.
I was walking around.
if you're in the crowd, you broke my heart.
I was just walking around like the city yesterday because I was like, I need to go find food, and then I forgot that I'm not in an American city where like there's somewhere to eat like 3 times on every block. So I'm walking around like I haven't found anything. Like there's clothes, there's watches, there's shoes, there's like
There's lots of clothes.
Yeah, there's lots of clothes. So I'm like just walking around. I'm like, all right, I haven't found anything. So I'm heading back towards the hotel, and I've been stopped a couple of times. Like just fans are all over the place right now, and like so they stop me tippers. And as I'm getting close to the hotel, someone runs by me and grabs my arm. Like, and I didn't know, I was like, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with this person, like, please don't grab my arm. And like, grabs my arm, and I turn, and there's no one there, and I like look behind me and just see Joel running away.
Has been a fucking delight on this trip.
Yeah.
He's been fun to hang out with.
He's a funny guy.
He's been like a human guy again.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He spent 4 months out of the office and then comes back and he's having fun again.
That's why I'm taking a sabbatical.
Ah.
I'm gonna come back and be like Joel.
You want to talk about that?
No.
Why Jeff won't be in content for 4 months?
No, well.
Because it will be like the last 4 months.
I'm in fucking content.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were.
That tower fall video.
Yeah, people love that.
Oh, by the way, apparently everyone hates you now. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, no kidding.
What did you do?
We have jackets.
I don't know. I played the game.
One of
That's
us.
not true.
Did he No.
He odd worms did. It wasn't like a full worms. It was like
a half
It was
worm.
like maybe I'll light you on fire, or I'll kick a desk or something. I think the first 5 minutes was, why are we playing this?
Yeah,
why
it
am I
was.
playing?
And like then he doesn't say anything for several minutes, and then at one point like he gets killed. I'm like, oh, I got you with that one, Jeff. And then there's a silence. You just hear, you get your daily deal.
That was also the day we filmed the verses with who was it, Matt?
Yeah, where he lit Matt on fire.
Yeah, and Jeff was just like fucking wrecking the room the whole time, and he was burning shit. He lit a napkin on fire, dropped it on the floor, the carpet melted. He dropped it into
You
a
lit
box of
Voltorb on
paper.
fire?
That's right. He dropped it into a box of books.
Your wife's books, by the way.
And then he lit Matt on fire. I want to drive that home. Like, yeah, he lit a napkin on fire. He also lit an employee on fire. And then he burned Voltorb.
Yeah.
He burned, he singed your, yeah, but you let it.
I kind of let him because I wanted to see if Voltorb would blow up.
It didn't.
And it didn't. Now it's just got like a charred butt.
It was like someone took a cigarette out in him.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you
Jeff.
You Jeff it.
lose your goddamn life.
No, a Jeff it is the end of the raid thing. That's Jeff it.
Yeah.
I'm losing it. Like, you know,
See, and that is exactly what I equated myself to on the plane. I literally said that. I was like, dude, I was Jeff at the end of the raid. Like, I'm losing it!
I was trying not to do material. And the audience loved it.
What the audience certainly loves.
Are you
And
sure?
I will say, Jeff, the fucking star of content, is the amazing, fantastic Let's Watch of Resident Evil 7.
I'm doing better than they say I'm doing.
No, it's true. You're not doing that bad.
Dude, I'll say this, dude. Everyone in part 3 didn't think you stood a chance against Marguerite.
I beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, I mean, you only died
I beat her
once.
like a real old woman.
You do have some interesting tactics for a jump scare. Like you walk through a door and be like, someone will leap out and be like, ah!
Also, you have uncanny to never It's like you don't know. It's like you're walking down the hall and literally you don't know anything's gonna happen. In the game, it's like the second you get to the step, something's gonna jump out to you. And Jeff has this fucking sixth sense where he gets to the step and he's like, what's that over there? It's gone.
Yeah.
He did that. So many people freaked out in part 4 because when you rip the arm off and you get the arm,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I was like, holy shit, when I played it by myself. You get the arm, you turn around, you go to leave the room, and you see the little girl standing there. She runs off like right before you leave.
I wasn't gonna turn around.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
and you
holy
just-
shit! Like when I was playing, Jeff didn't see it because he walked out of the room backwards.
Looking at the body and they rip the arm off, going, "Don't you try me."
I thought I was gonna do something. I wanted to keep eyes on the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Have you actually
backed
snuck
up.
up behind Jeff during that process?
True.
You didn't really notice.
Yeah.
No peripheral
The
vision.
thing I noticed about Jeff's gameplay, because I was like, I watch videos every now and again, usually just listen to them, because Let's Watch is the things I remember least, like when we're done with them. I don't remember what anyone said in it, so like I'm watching it, like, oh, it's pretty funny. So I was like watching this one.
Why'd you look at Jack and say first?
Jack's the best during Jack is the best.
He's fucking prick.
He's awesome. And so
It's fun not to control the game, just to backseat drive.
I call Let's Watch Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst. So like, I was watching Jeff and he was fighting Jack Baker when he had like the chainsaw and all that shit.
Giant scissors.
Oh my god! I was like just watching it, and Jeff just has this ability where like a normal player is like fighting like this, like chainsaw and shit like that, and Jeff's just like this. And like, so he keeps getting surprised by him because he can't see him. So he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna sneak up behind this guy." And then like the guy grabs his shoulder and spins him around. And Jeff just like looks at the floor the whole time.
Someone also pointed out in that tower fall Let's Play, if you watch just Jeff the whole time, all you see is him falling down ledges and not making jumps. So I can go back and just watch you. Like, we should just highlight you.
That's the best part about Let's Plays.
You love platforming.
Don't know what anyone else.
I'm trying to make it entertaining for me.
Yeah, you doing it.
Probably my favorite thing from last year of anything we filmed was the Destiny raid, where you had to jump on top of the back of the axis.
That's why we got to like almost meet the boss, and Jeff was literally, no exaggeration, he's in his chair like this. Guys, I'm gonna book it up. And it's like he didn't have to do anything, but the thought that he might have to do something, he's like, no, don't be me, don't empower me, I can't handle it.
And watching you skip off the side of it like 3 times.
The second time that happened, the really noticeable time that happened to Jeff, where you equated him to a puppy trying to get onto the mother's back. I was like so finished with everything at that point that if you just listen to my audio during that when Jeff's trying to jump up on him, I go, "All right, Jeff, you got this, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Get up there, Jeff. All right, everyone, wait." It just goes straight from hope to
No, that's it.
I think my favorite part of that last Destiny raid that we did was like the in-between sessions, like when we failed, and the fucking editors picked in all 6 of our cameras like the fucking Brady Bunch. Yeah. Like Ryan and Jack are arguing with each other, they're all at the top, and like we're all at the bottom on the lad side, and we're just like looking at each other, and like they're just like, no, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you, and we're like,
There was one point where Jeff slid off the dude for the 3rd time, and all of the lads on the bottom facepalm at the same time.
Here's the deal.
yeah,
You don't watch us to be good at video games.
especially not you.
Yeah. You want us to be entertaining at video games.
He likes your achievement.
We don't like those anymore.
We just released one.
That's true. Collectible guys.
Collectible guy, Matt Bragg.
We don't release those. Oh yeah, we did.
That's true.
Achievement Hunters got to the point where we don't know we're making achievement guns.
We make content that people watch, and nobody
That's
watches achievement guns.
except Alu.
Yeah.
Right.
But also like,
Reworking on it soon.
yeah.
Mission
He said that for
multiple
like
times.
9 weeks.
It's happening soon when I go back to dedication.
Do you think we can kill a guy on Awu? And
I said that to you this trip. I literally said, I said we were talking to fans, and we said something, and Awu came up, and I was like, yeah, but you have to watch it. And then literally I went from that, and I went, we could kill a guy. Nobody would.
Jeremy almost killed himself on Awu.
He did that
backflip.
I
Yeah,
see Jeremy's backflip. Tried his entire life.
Yeah.
And the last.
That's the last interaction in time to come.
What'd you just say?
That's coming.
I got it.
Angel
Ryan,
Group.
Ryan, you're up here.
But
Ryan was here, and Jeremy's,
yeah, it's true. But we said the achievement guide, and I was like doing an interview earlier, and I brought up that Matt Bragg is like the king of I never know what he's working on, and then the video comes out and it's really fucking funny. Like he just did that 99 Red Bull.
Yeah, I pulled that offline, right? That was just for
It was
social?
just like for social.
Just
it was
for
just
Twitter?
him singing while popping the balloon.
He's a funny dude.
He's really fucking funny.
I enjoyed that video.
Like funny haha or like
Like it's not like funny like haha or funny like I told you so. No, it's funny like haha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always interesting when we're, this week we're doing this Minecraft, next week we'll do this one, and Matt will build that one, and I'll be like, how long did it take? He's like, about 400 hours.
Yeah.
When did you
Like
have time to
Clouds
do
X
this?
just came out, the
Yeah.
first part. It's 2 parts. So.
Oh, it's 2 parts?
Yeah, they split it up. It's awesome because the ending, there isn't even a fade at the ending. It's literally you going, this could be a 2-parter, and Michael goes, unless Ryan finishes it right here, and then it cuts.
He didn't finish it.
Have we talked about our GTA thing that we're doing? We're trying?
No.
We've never mentioned it. Should we
Yeah,
mention it?
I think we talked about maybe we were gonna do it. I don't think we've said that we've begun.
We did begin. You want?
Ryan?
Ryan, what are we doing in GTA?
You and I have nothing to do with this.
I have no idea what the fuck.
Yeah,
Can
that.
we talk about that?
Yeah.
What up?
What are we
Exciting.
No.
They're gonna do shit you've already seen them
Pretty
do.
exciting.
Well, sort of. Okay, so in GTA there are the online heists, and then if you do all of them in order with the same crew without dying on hard, there's a $10 million bonus that every player gets. And so it was Jeremy, Gavin, Michael, and I were sitting around one day, as usual, without Jeff, and we thought, fuck it.
Jack also exists.
He wasn't there.
But barely there.
I'm not gone that much.
Yeah, you are. You're gone.
See, you
Oh,
also count
That's good.
when you're in the office for 7 minutes and you have 40 meetings, you count that as being at work. We don't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because you're still not there in
Yeah.
any videos. You're like, I was here this week. How many videos were you in? 1?
You were busy trying to watch It's Always Sunny while we're
fucking time. Pass on that one. We're not talking about that.
Yeah. God damn, it's just fucking sunny. First of all.
And a great episode, too.
Yeah, it was the
Right, it
fucking
was
water
great.
part.
So anyway, so we decided we're gonna take a crack at it, but the rules are, we're gonna do it. If we fail, that's it. We're done.
Because you have to start the entire thing over.
like hardcore.
You lose every heist.
So, yeah.
And it's not just the heist part, it's all the setup for the heist.
Yep.
So the whole thing, like, each
Jesus.
one takes like an hour.
So,
And we can't play it. We can't practice, obviously, because that would reset it. And we can't really do anything to help ourselves other than just go for it.
Guys, if you want.
Doing that with Gavin.
Yeah.
we discussed this. We were like, because...
Don't worry, Gavin, I have faith in you.
We discussed this.
That's 1 out of 1,200.
Alright, we're doing it with Gavin. Gavin's like the... We're nervous about Gavin.
Well, yeah, because usually it's like, oh, go and collect this car. I'm like, oh, drive it.
Right. And we're like,
Go
so...
collect this car. And it was just crickets. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll get the pass.
But then as we discussed it, we were like, Jack's pretty good at GTA in terms of driving and stuff like that. Jeff, would he live more than Gavin? Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So, but the other thing is that we didn't realize really until we started is the first heist is only 2 people.
Yeah.
So but it still has to be the same group. Like, so,
Well, we realized that, but we didn't know if we had to do it or not.
right. So it sounds
You
like you do. Like, so 2 people and 2 people have to do it, and then that same 4 people have to do the next heist. So it was Ryan and I running the heist, and then Michael and Gavin running the heist.
Okay, so our great idea was we'll just do it simultaneous.
And it'll be like a race.
It's super easy. It's not like there's gonna be that much talking over each other. The first heist is super easy. So they'll do a heist, and we'll do a heist, and we'll knock it out at the same time. And then the next heist, it'll be all 4 of us.
Right.
Boy, that didn't work out.
So, right at the beginning, we start up the heist. Like, Ron and I are doing the first setup mission. Michael and Gavin are there starting the mission. Like, we're just walking out of like the
you're skipping a bunch of shit even.
No, like wasn't that when you walked out of the building at the beginning and Ryan goes, so just want to ask you guys, like, just to double check. You're playing on hard, right?
That happened, but what happened first was you guys opened the lobby, you got in the game. I was like, all right, I'll do the heist. I'll set it up or whatever. Gavin's like, I don't remember if you were trying to log into Rockstar at the time, like you were fucking around.
I couldn't even get online.
He couldn't even get on the goddamn game.
Actually, eventually I did get online, but sometimes it does the thing where it's like, Rockstar servers are unavailable. So you're
Right.
online, you just bet you're not really. So I
Right.
walked into the heist room and it was like, Go screw yourself. You're not doing a heist.
Yeah, so you guys couldn't get it to
use
work.
my credit card for $10 million. It's not.
Yeah, but it's
the fun of that? Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. So what it was you couldn't get online and shit, and I was like, all right, I'll start the thing, and then I'll invite you. I go into the heist room, and I couldn't fucking start it because it was like Rockstar services are unavailable. I'm like, God damn it! So we couldn't even fucking start it. So eventually, you get online, you get to set up the heist. You invite me, so it's your game, and we're like, all right, cool.
It might
Then
be the
we
first
start.
time I've ever set up a game in anything ever.
Yes,
Exactly.
So
That's a key point.
So Gavin set it up. 10 seconds after we started, Ryan's like, put it on hard, right? And I'm like, all right, so let's quit this. I look at Gavin, and he just goes. So what happened was then you quit the game, went to restart it, you couldn't connect to Rockstar server. Like, God damn it! So then Ryan and Jeremy were like, let's just start it. So they're doing the heist while we're trying to fucking set it up to begin with.
So then we get to a point, like in the actual heist, and we do the whole setup and everything, and we get to the actual heist, and we're like, oh, they're actually not that far behind us.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out, and then they'll catch up, and then we'll do the heist at the exact same time.
Simultaneous.
And we're like, okay, so I like put down my controller, and I'm like, all right, sweet, we'll just wait for them. They're almost here. That idle time is a lot shorter
In a mission.
Didn't realize that. So all of a sudden, on Ryan's screen, Remy Tim gets out of the car and walks away. And he goes, what? And then it's just failed across the thing and comes up as you guys start the heist.
It's okay. You can fail. You just can't die.
Right, so then
So now you're like 5 minutes behind us.
and now I'm like stuck in space because Rockstar Game Services is all fucked up. You guys are in the heist, and now Ryan and I have to try and start a new thing. It was a whole fucking mess.
It was a classic Achievement Hunter clusterfuck, but shockingly, we literally ended at the exact same time.
Right.
It was
and,
like seconds
and
apart.
so that first heist is not its own video. We're also going to include like the first 4-man heist in the video, which we don't even know what's going to happen with that yet.
So, assuming you guys make it through all the heists,
Which
You
we
won't.
will
You're
not
not
in any way.
You're not going to make that first
I
one heist.
don't
nightmare.
think we'll make it through the second
I'm
one.
Not,
terrified.
you're not going to do it. It's not if I have anything to do with it. I'll come kick a computer.
Again, if we fail, we're
I just read the other day that there's been a long-standing cheese move where on the last heist we have to take the motorcycles out. You can just go pick up the armored Akuma and drive that. They've patched that out, so you can't.
Join.
Yeah. You
Well,
actually have to
You
run.
can't request cars from your garage. I don't know if they've patched up the special vehicle.
Kotaku's, well.
It's a good point too,
The
because
best-
that's how we beat the whole first heist. We used the armor.
Yes.
Like the heist is to steal the armored car, and we should up in armored cars.
We got an armored car to take the other
And then
one.
because our other cars are all pimped out, we're getting into a weak one.
Yeah, it's like
But the best part about this is we were like, I think we should try it. Yeah, we should Ryan, we should try it. Jeremy's like, nope. I want to be the guy that dies. And he was like shaking and freaking out.
Yeah, because I've told Gavin before that my response, if I'm in that game, knowing that if I die it's all fucked, if I start getting shot, I'm just gonna black out. Like, and I told Gavin that I would much rather than be the one who dies and then we release a video like Jeremy got shot, it's all over. I would rather just see my character go down and then just tear my own head off.
Which is why I really want to do face cam on the next one.
Yeah, I will.
It's actually really interesting playing that way. Like, I'm genuinely looking both ways when crossing the street.
Well, that's what I said.
Never do a GTA.
I was like, if we don't get murdered in one of the, million things that are gonna kill us in the heist, which we will, we're just gonna get fucking run over by a car. It happens so many times where you're crossing the street and you just get fucking slammed.
Like, there's no
Especially
actual crossings in GTA, right? You can't press the button.
And the police are goddamn menaces. So if like they're chasing someone else, they'll just plow right the fuck through you.
Yeah.
Because they'll hit you 90 miles an hour.
God, if we get past the next
I
time,
just
it's gonna
think
be
of-
so bad.
I think of any video ever where you died in the stupidest fucking way. Like remember when you dove off the bridge and like jump off?
All right.
And get hit by
So
something
okay,
else.
we have an audience here. We typically don't. By audience vote, by noise, who's gonna be the first to die in this series?
No, wait, hang on. We'll put a hand over something.
Yeah, here we go.
You appropriately applaud. Only if you think this person's gonna die.
If you think this
applaud.
person will be the first to die and then fuck up the whole series, all right. If you think it's gonna be Jeremy,
All right.
that guy is really convincing. It's gonna be Ryan. The same fucker voted twice. How about a little aggressive sometimes.
Audio listeners, that was Gavin. Also, you probably can't hear anything because the crowd's in mic, but they clapped. Audio listeners.
That was like, you know, I was talking, and I lean back and I can hear like whispering down there, and someone goes, "That's probably gonna be Jeremy."
I got a feeling it's gonna be Ryan. For some reason, it's gonna be Ryan. Come on, Jeff.
I have a feeling it'll be one of the
I'll tell you this, if it is Ryan, he's gonna have a bunch of fucking excuses about how it's not his fault. His computer fucked up.
Ryan, if your computer kills you, that would, in the Xbox version, that would be incredible.
That would be kind of
It's not even
appropriate.
that's gonna happen.
Ryan, you wanna
What's
take
your
a
eyes,
step?
guys?
Take a
Jeff
step.
is flinging the cap of my cider.
Yeah.
Egg coming!
Oh yeah, so it's it.
That wasn't supposed to watch your eyes out.
First off,
There it goes. You probably just hit someone with a bobcat.
Yep.
Heads up!
Well, that sort of works.
Yeah, it came back to the same guy.
Just
Go,
went
go,
up
he's
and
a
down.
hitter!
Oh! That's
So, it's gone forever.
It's actually cider. Are you allowed to smell it?
I can smell it,
All
that's
right.
fine. I still remember the taste.
So,
It's going backwards again.
right after this, we're doing fucking theater mode.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
We have like a half an hour or something between this and theater mode.
Yeah.
Stuff, shove some food in our gut.
Where is
Yeah.
that?
They're like, I love it. We had hamburgers for lunch. They gave us hamburgers for lunch. And they came to me later and they said, "What do you want for dinner?" And I said, "I don't care." And they go, "Well, Jack asked for hamburgers for dinner too, so you're having hamburgers."
So, to be fair, I asked
What's
for
like a
hamburgers.
hamburger?
A cheeseburger.
I said cheeseburger. I never ever in my life say hamburger.
Yeah,
I'd
fuck
say
that.
cheese.
A hamburger without cheese is.
I won't say
Not a hamburger.
Fucking Lindsay had one in the green room. She made it. I'm like, doesn't it have fucking cheese on it? She's like, oh, there was cheese. I just didn't use it.
Heathen!
Yeah.
You know what it did have on it though, because I'm an animal? Mayonnaise and beets.
Oh!
And it was
Who
delicious.
are you?
She's pregnant and the baby's telling her what to eat.
That's okay. That's
It's nutritional shit that she needs in her.
That
she's-
mayonnaise.
been eating some
Yeah.
That's real nutrition.
Eggs, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's good for my hair.
She went on this spree a couple of weeks ago. I assume it had something to do with the pregnancy, where, no joke, like 4 out of 5 nights, she ate a fucking meatball parm from Subway. It's all she would eat. She's like, no, I want it again.
I mean, it's
4
worse
nights
things
of
you
the
can
week.
eat.
Like
Griffin,
4 out of 5
Griffin
nights.
was like that. She was like, "This is the only food that I can ingest for the next 3 days."
And I'm thinking, like, it's gonna be like this forever. And the next day, she's like, I don't like meatballs.
Yeah.
I'm done.
The entire time Griffin was pregnant, she couldn't smell coffee. She'd be like, "Get it the fuck away from me." And she
Yeah,
loves coffee.
is there any food that you used to love and now makes you vomit?
Not really. The first couple weeks when I had morning sickness, it was really bad at MCM and I hadn't told anybody except from Jeff. He was my confidant and like, hey, I'm
Oh, right.
pregnant. That's why I'm vomiting every 2 seconds.
You told me in the coolest way possible, by the way. Lindsay she said, "Hey, can you come here for a second? We're at a bar." She was getting fucking hammered.
Yeah. We went down my
She
liquor.
stumbling over, and she just goes, "Can you come here for a second?" And I go, "Yeah." And she just hands me her cell phone, and it's just a picture of a positive pregnancy test. And I was like, "That's not Griffin's, right?"
I found out in a different way. I was going to piss and Michael was pacing the hallways, like kicking bins and like.
We were about to record Play Pals. I believe it was Manuel Samuel.
Yeah.
And
I
had like everything set and ready to
There's a lot of
go.
people that are aware of this. Yeah. They were there all there.
What's that?
Just a bunch of people like, yeah,
It's like 20 people in the audience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they know. Yeah. And we were like ready to go, and I was just like, yeah, it's almost set up, blah blah blah. blah. No, yeah, come get me. And then Lindsay fucking texted me, or she was like, no, she came back from the fucking store, and she's like, this and that, blah 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 blah. And I was just like,
Yeah, so I was sat in the streaming room, my thumb in my eyes, waiting for you, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna pee and kill the time. And you were just like going back and forth like a I walked right past you and didn't say a word, I went and pissed, and I came out and I was like, so what, someone died or something? And you're like, quite the opposite.
Was shitty timing.
to which you went,
Nice knowing you, buddy.
yeah. And then we walked over, we were about to record it, and like Gavin took it from me. I'm like, all right, anyway, let's make this video. And Gavin's just like, I can't believe it.
I stared at the wall, I was like, what is this
He
mean?
looked at me and said, it's like you're dying.
I'm losing you, Michael.
You're dead, boy. never see you again.
It's honestly pretty accurate.
I was like, Gavin, I am dying, but I'm being reborn. That life will just have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. It's like Gus delights in talking about how much fun I was before Millie and how Millie killed my spirit. And how he doesn't. It's true, sweetie. He doesn't like me. He likes Millie. He no longer likes me.
Well, she's the new
transferred.
Yeah.
That'll happen to you.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jeremy.
Why is your wife sitting on the floor?
That's a great question. You offered her a chair. She's sitting on the floor.
There's like 90 chairs.
She's returned to her motherland and she's sitting on the floor.
She wants to get as close to Australia as possible.
I sat down over there, like dressed as Remy Tim, and I'm like, all right, I kind of really want to blend in and everything, you know, like I don't want people to really know. And all the rows start filling up except mine. I'm just an empty row.
You motherfucker in a murder suit.
I'm just sitting there, and like the row in front of me is filling up, the row behind me is like filling up, and so I'm just like, hey, can you go talk to the Guardians and have them put people in this row? Because it looks weird. And so she goes up to the Guardian and she's like, yeah, we need people in here. Like, that's VIP, you know, and we're out of VIPs, you know, like, and she's like, oh. And she's like,
no,
it's
Yeah, let me talk louder into the mic.
And she's just like, you need to put people in this row. Like, I don't care that it's VIP, get people in the row. So like people are filing into the other row, and then they like stop them, they're like, just go in here, just for the bucket. They filled it all in with that. And I think it worked. A lot of people that I ran into, I spoke to them like one line.
So who in here actually didn't know it was Jeremy until he got, oh damn, nice work.
Fooled a lot of people.
That's not a lot.
Did not fool a lot of people at all.
I mean, the ratio of the room, not great.
Yes.
It's more than one.
It was.
It was, yeah, it was. How many people saw me like out there in the line and knew it was me?
We asked that question already.
Did we?
Yeah, let's do it again though. Why not?
Yeah.
Who took photos with Jeremy? Can I point out some bullshit here? This front row here, I'm assuming you guys are all VIP for the
You
most
guys
part.
are bullshit.
Look how many goddamn funhouse shirts there are in this front row. She's got a great shirt on.
Funhouse, that's one of ours. Cow Chop, Funhouse. I don't know what that is.
Jack, when you get to the store, you can only buy what's in stock.
That's true.
Achievement Hunter Jeff is furious. Let's Play creative director Jeff thinks this is great.
He's also looking for his bag at the airport.
Have you seen that phone case?
Oh, what phone case is this?
Prepared.
For the audio listeners and everyone who's not you.
It's a picture of my dick. I don't know.
It's a screenshot of one of Jeff's tweets, and it just says, I hate.
I don't even know where that came from. When did I say that?
Twitter.
I mean, there's literally a date and a time probably on there.
What was I? I don't know what that was.
Pull back curtain.
Wasn't that one of your words too?
Oh, someone Redbubble.
Somebody's making money off me.
And hey, at least they left in your fucking Twitter handle.
Yeah, you hate
That's
everything.
fucking good, like merchandise.
I like that you're trying to pinpoint what it's from. You hate everything.
I never been saying that, but it sounds about right.
Isn't that shirt almost sold out already?
I think it is.
Is it sold out?
I think
We only made 9 of them.
That's true.
9 million.
Who here? Does anyone here have a Nug Club shirt?
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
No, that's not great.
It's not.
That's not great.
It's because they were sold out.
They were waiting in line for Offtopic.
The guy who came to our signing today said he actually has a real nug.
He said he almost brought it, but then he was
Yeah.
like, I'm not fucking
That's an idiot.
He's like, I almost brought my 24-karat nug, and then I was like, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah, because Joel would swoop out of the fucking rafters.
If your dick weighed as much as the microphone,
You could like,
it's heavy.
you could beat someone to death with it.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
He's gonna stop burning stuff.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah.
He was
Feisty,
reminded
get
that he
feisty.
hates.
So, who's doing theater mode?
All of us.
Okay.
I'm
well,
double
so
checking
here's
this
the
and
thing.
asking because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
yeah.
people are gonna bail.
It's technically supposed to be
Yep,
you,
that's Michael.
Jeff, and Jack.
Hey.
That's
I'm sorry, when I said all of us, I didn't mean Gavin.
Obviously.
But myself both said that we're gonna show up.
Yeah.
We need some heavy lifting on this film.
Well, that's the thing. Imagine a theater moment with 5 people. You're not gonna hear anything about the movie.
She just said 5 people.
That girl wants a high five.
5 people? Who said it?
Yeah.
Get back in there!
Great, like yelling at
I love
random
it mean
people.
at the gardens.
So we were walking in, so we were all in the green. The majority of us were in the green room, and so like, okay, we're gonna take you all at the same time. We're gonna have to walk you through a crowd of people. So we're gonna make like a wedge and walk you through. And it's like, okay, that's weird. We start walking down, and the head guardian, I don't know, he's a great dude, but he starts yelling at everyone in the crowd, "Move out of the way!"
It was like that scene in Inception where the dream knows you're messing with it and everyone comes towards you.
So immediately I was yelling, "Stand your ground!" So 2 or 3 people actually stood there as we walked around. Like, okay, we're not that important, I don't
There's a
think.
couple awesome moments where I had first put this on, and I was waiting for my PA to show up. So I was just standing outside of the green room, and there's like a bunch of guardians right there. And like, they're talking to me like, hey, she'll be here in a little bit, and then you'll head down, and planning everything out. And then a couple guardians would walk up and be like, oh yeah, hey guys, and like talking to them and everything. And like 20 minutes after talking to them, they'd just be like, yeah, so then I'm good. Are you? And I would just go, you are retarded.
A lot of people on Twitter, Jeff, a lot of people on Twitter are asking how many more animals have you killed since last year. That was about topic number 4 or something.
It was like
Number 9.
6 or 8. They know.
You've done that.
So you have an answer? You're not telling us?
I didn't tell every story. Yeah, no,
Billy had a brother.
Hey, Billy. The good news is you won.
She just yelled, I did it. Jeff, I saw this thing and immediately made me think of you. It was like one of those, like you're on a website or whatever and you see like that nonsense like articles like man finds insane fortune in his backyard. It's like, what's that? It's usually nonsense. I clicked on one, it was like family startled at rattlesnake in the toilet. And then it got worse.
Billy showed us. ...
I'm like, what's that?
They got 25 snakes under the house.
25 snakes in the house. Literally, there's a picture of like a full fucking grown rattlesnake coming out of their fucking toilet bowl in their house. So they called like a snake guy to like exterminate them.
They called BuzzFeed.
Exterminate them. Whatever. That wasn't animal control. It was like a business or something. But like to remove it. And he removes it, and the guy's like, check the house at the perimeter. He found 24 other fucking rattlesnakes, not just snakes, rattlesnakes in their house, in their basement.
So here's
in 2 different spots.
Here's how little asshole Ramsey told me that story last night. We were hanging out in the hotel room watching TV, and after I got you room service, and she got 2 desserts, and she goes, "Oh, I just saw this weird thing on Twitter." I mean, what is it? She goes, "It's better to show you."
Did you have a
Yeah, I did.
You're all about the
Yeah.
It's funny because there was like 5 photos, and I actually scrolled through them and thought, what's the best one to just show Jeff? Would the one snake in the toilet bowl get him the most because that could be his house, or
Yes,
was
because
the 6 snakes underneath?
Literally every time I sit down on the toilet to go number 2, I think a snake's gonna bite my asshole. I think about that every time.
It's a very legitimate fear to have.
Over the screw.
Oh, and it was in Texas too. So that was the key.
There's no good place for a snake to bite you when you're fucking naked dangling.
But the tape.
Yeah.
I would just die. Like, I don't even
Literally,
call
yes, you
hospital or anything. I would just
Did
go.
you have it bite you like 2 more times?
I just feel like embrace death.
If a rattlesnake bit your balls and then you quickly jerked off, would you be there?
I had a friend one time in the army who went cliff diving and went to jump off a cliff and got bit by a rattlesnake and then fell off the cliff and had to be dragged out of the water. And
Jesus!
and I was like, what was it like? And he goes, it fucking hurt. It hurt.
This
He's like,
jumped.
it fucking hurts to get bit by a rattlesnake, dude.
It leapt into the air while
Yeah,
it was
like
falling.
He was like climbing up, getting ready, and then like he just like bit him on the leg, and he was like, oh. He cleared in the water and everything. Then his friends had to pull him out, and I was just like, I would die, right? I mean, I would just sink to the bottom and just go.
Yep.
But that was the only thing he told me. He's like, fucking, it just hurts. I don't know what else to say. It hurts a lot.
Immediately after Gavin's question, the woman's like, okay, panel's over.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we're out of time.
Well, we were gonna go. I was gonna go for another hour, but she said no.
Yeah. This one right here. What's your name?
Jeremy, we used to treat you. Jeremy's taken out of the Guardians because that's what we did to him for about a year.
That's right.
Shut up! And he'd go, okay. And now he says, no!
There's that awesome off-topic where Bruce and Kovic are on it, and I'm sitting in the middle, and then Bruce goes, Jeremy, are you...
Tell me anything.
They're like, Bruce and Kovic are like,